Hello everyone and welcome to a new video posted on my channel. So today we are going to be ranking all 15 Minecraft mashup worlds from worst to best. This is going to be my personal opinion, so please respect it. I know there's a few choices on here that may seem a bit weird, but that's just unique to me and that. It's fully my opinion, so it'd be good if you respected that. I'm going to be ranking them based on nostalgia, how great they look, how many ideas I've got from them, and also just how great they are and how well they can be in the future. Even though there's not really any future for the mashup worlds, except from what I've got in my head, because I've got so many plans put to use. So, I'm not alright. So let's just jump right in and talk about my least favorite at number 15. So at number 15, at the very bottom, is Mass Effect. Now, the main reason why Mass Effect is, in my opinion, the worst mashup pack world is because most mashup pack worlds have details in every part of the world and have great builds and stuff. And I'm not saying this Mars base is not a good build, but it's all right. It's only this Mars base in the world, and there's nothing else. So yeah, that's pretty much the reason why it's at the bottom. The design of it on the outside and inside is actually okay, to be honest. It's just a Mars base and that's it. What can you compare that to? It's just I don't know why. I don't know what they were thinking with this. They could have added a lot more with this world, but they just built a Mars base that probably took them a few hours. Actually, no, probably a bit more than that, to be fair. But yeah, it's just I don't like it. Also one of the things that I specifically don't like about this base either is that you can't even get in here, and there's actually a proper big hallway here, so you could go to that big circular thing, but even if you did go through them doors, you got these blocks in the way, and you could have this whole section here which they could have extended, but 4J Studios really just didn't care to give much to this map. And there's even this massive space right here. So if I get a night vision potion, there's this massive gap of space they could have used, nearly the size of this room right here. It's even bigger than this room, and this room is filled with lots of specific stuff. So why couldn't they add stuff to that room? It's just I don't really understand. Out of 10, I would give this world a 2. I give it a 2 because the 2 only go the 2 points only go towards the base and nothing else, because this red stuff is built out of end stone, so I guess it would have taken them a long time to build this area, but they didn't even, I guess, even though it would take a long time, they still have all this grassland and water on Mars, which is not on Mars. Mars is just a red planet with no water or anything. So doesn't really make sense to me at all. And yeah, let's move on to number 14. At number 14, we have Festive, one of the really original mashup worlds that was released. And for me, there is hardly any gap of how great these worlds are in between this one and Mass Effect, because I think Festive is just the tiniest bit better than Mass Effect. So the landscape is all filled with snow, which makes sense because it's Christmas themed. And you've got this massive railway line that goes around most of the world, so you can see different things. The spawn area right here is okay. And then you've got this massive, I think there's like a Santa's grotto, so that's okay, I guess. There's like an igloo right there, little Easter egg there. So honestly, there's nothing much to this world. There's just a few like log cabins. I always like it when they extend villages to make the villages look a lot better, like how they've done right here. So I always like that in mashup worlds, but other than that, there's nothing really exciting about this world. You got the snowbed, I guess. I'd say my favourite thing about this world is this right here, because you get a few of these ice sculptures of reindeer, and they're really nice. I really like them. But other than that, there's not really anything else that I need to talk about. It's just number 14, and I've never really liked this one. Out of 10, I'd give this a 2.1 because, like I said, there's hardly any gap between this one and the Mass Effect, in my opinion. So yeah, let's move on to number 13. At number 13, we have the Nightmare Before Christmas mashup pack world. I've never seen this movie. I've never seen The Nightmare Before Christmas. I know a bit about it, how I think like a skeleton tries to become Santa. That's all I know about it. So the map is actually really weird. So in the top left corner is this massive area with all this like a dark side. The water's green in this mashup world, which is a lot weird. Great English me. I was gonna say a lot weirder than how the Halloween mashup world actually has purple water, but I think green's a lot worse. So the top left area of the map is all of that dark area, and then the rest is all snow. And then you've got this Christmas village right here, kind of like the Festive one, but a lot cleaner, a lot nicer, and a lot more vibrant. As in, like, so you can actually see them through, like, beyond the snow. And then you've got this normal city area, and I really just like normal cities in mashup worlds. So like this city's okay. Not as good as any of the other like cities in mashup worlds, but it's still alright. I don't really know much about this mashup world other than I know it's not as good as others. You got another little area here. So yeah, nothing really else to talk about this one. It's actually quite ugly and not really organised in my opinion. But that's just how it is to me, really. So out of 10, I would give this map a 2.5. Yeah, I give this map a 2.5 because it could have definitely been a lot better. It's not the worst thing in the world because even though I haven't seen the film, I know that it's definitely linked to it a lot. Let's now move on to our 12th spot. At number 12, we have Egyptian mythology, the first of the 4 mythology mashup worlds that will be on this list. Egyptian mythology is actually the newest mythology mashup world, and it's really good. Even though it's my least favourite out of the 4 mythologies, does not mean it's bad. This is good because it's like, so its ideas based around Egyptian mythology match quite well. The landscape and the buildings work perfectly together. Like, so look at this. This is great. So neat, and I just really like it. One of my favourite things in this world is actually this right here. So if we press both these levers, then this happens. because you get lots of these little like redstone puzzle things that are really cool in this world. So yeah, and then that leads into like a little temple there, so that's really neat. What else? There you got these massive buildings engraved in the mountains and these mesa mountains. And you've got these landscapes. It's really cool. And then just to throw it in, and then just for them to throw in, there's like a little oasis here, and these are actually pandas right here, which is kind of funny. And then you got like a little sand temple hidden in there, and then you got these 3 massive white pyramids, which are really cool. So out of 10, I would give this world. I give this world a 3.7. So I give it a 3.75. A big leap from the previous spot, because I do really like this world, and even though I'm kind of sad that it's this low, it's still fine because it's just my ranking. So anyway, let's move on now to number 11. At number 11, we have Adventure Time. So Adventure Time is, if you don't know, it's a really popular series. I don't know if it's still running now, but it was a really good series for kids. I've never watched it, but I just know that it was really successful, and it has a lot of really random builds that are actually quite extravagant and actually quite beautiful. For example, like this one, but I just feel like the reason why this map is this low on the list is because the things it does is actually, for me, a bit too crazy. So this area is alright actually. It's just some certain buildings that are just really like random and like really messy. So I don't even know what this is supposed to be. Probably something linked to the TV series, but I don't know. And then you got this area with this massive like, was that a meteor or something? And then you got these like massive mountains and stuff, and then the most, like the biggest thing in the whole world, and one of the biggest things of any mashup world, is this castle right here. I'm pretty sure this is Princess Bubblegum's castle from the series, and yeah, it's absolutely crazy. Like, it's weird to think that you have this character called Princess Bubblegum and she has lava flowing through her castle. So, bit weird, but well, do what you want, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, the builds in this are really unique. The only other world that I can compare this world to is Steven Universe, because I think it kind of shares its like main themes and ideas and like crazy builds that are a bit like random and messy, but not really in the worst way, or not in a good way either, kind of like in the middle. So you got a little face in the mountain there, like you got all these little details and stuff, which are really cool. And there's a whole like section down here, but I won't show you that because I'm already quite far into the video. So out of 10, I would give this world a 4.4. Again, another quite random number, but 4.4 is, I think, good for this. Actually, no, I'd probably increase it to like a 4.8 or 4.9, because I don't think I'm happy with 4.8. Yeah, I'll give this map a 4.8. So, alright, so enough talking about this one. That's the first 5 done, so the 5 that I've already talked about are the bottom third out of all the maps. So let's move into the second third out of all the maps and talk about number 10. At number 10, we have Skyrim. Now, I already know that this is going to annoy a lot of people, because Skyrim is actually a lot of people's favourites, and I can understand why. I'm pretty sure it was the first ever mashup world ever released. I'm pretty sure. I may be wrong in that, but I'm pretty sure it was. So, Skyrim. incredible game from what I've heard. I've never played it myself, actually, but I might try it out one day. And the thing about Skyrim, the reason why it's not as high as any other ones is because it's kind of like Mass Effect, where it's only got... Well, with Mass Effect, it only had the Mars base and that was it. And with this one, it's only got 3 locations that are only like the 3 places with actually with stuff. So you got this small village right here. You've got this thing, like kind of like maybe like a temple or something. I don't really know. But the main part of the build is this city right here. Well, not city, but like this town area. And this is my favourite part of the whole world. Well, actually, no. This town area itself is actually my second favourite part, and my favourite part is this castle, because I really like this castle and I've used it, and I'm going to use it for a lot of story stuff I've got planned. So I really can't wait for that. Yeah, so this castle, it's really nice. It's like it's got like this feeling to it where it seems like something bad is going to happen, and it's just really cool. And I really like this castle. And I'm not saying I don't like anything else, but I only like the castle. I do like everything else. It's just the castle is like my favourite part about the build. So yeah, there's also this tower here, bit out in the middle of nowhere. So that's nothing really that special about it, but it's better than nothing. And then even weirder, there's this little fire pit right here that may have something to do with the story, but I don't know for sure. So yeah, out of 10, I would give this map. I'd give this map a 5.7, because definitely in the better half of like from 0 to 10. And yeah, it's just, I really like this world, and honestly, if they had maybe 1 or 2 more areas that were quite big, this would probably be in like top 4 or top like 6 or maybe top 5 if they had a couple more stuff, but they only chose to do this, and I understand why, because it was I'm pretty sure it was the first one they ever made. So yeah. So alright, let's now move on to our 9th spot. At number 8, we have Chinese mythology, the second mythology mashup world on this list. Now, funny story, when this world was first released, I absolutely fell in love with Chinese music. I'm not even lying. Like Chinese music used to be my favourite type of music. It's not now, and it hasn't been for a few years, but when it was first released, it was my favourite type of music. Because like the music you hear right now is it's just brilliant. I love it. So yeah, so this world is filled with a lot of cities and different town areas, and these massive builds of dragons as free. This is the first one. Really nice. You've got this area right here, this little town, and around the top half of the map, going all the way from the right to the left side, or the left to the right side, is the Great Wall of China, one of the 7 wonders of the world, and it's built really well, in my opinion. I really like the colour and everything about it, and it just goes on like for the rest. Basically, you got a massive panda with bamboo here, really nice. You've got this island with this massive building on it. I really like that. This is the second dragon. This is actually my favourite dragon out of the 3. Because of all its colour. Like, I really like how this little town area, all these ruins, contrasts to this dragon. Because it for me, like, I feel like when I see both of these, I think of a story where there were people living here, but this dragon came along and stole all of the town's like colour and everything and life, and had it for themselves. Like that's a little story right there, but yeah. And this is the 3rd and final dragon, on the three worlds, really nice. And then there's like a massive pink tree right there. There's another little area right here, a little massive town, really nice. I really like the colour pattern of everything, like of how it works, like with the white and the orange and the red, kind of like a white versus fire theme, which is really nice. I really like that there's a little island here with a lot of builds on it. But the main, in my opinion, the best part about this whole world is this area right here, because this area is kind of like a heaven. And it's got like a city in the sky, basically, riding on clouds, which is really neat. And then you've also got this massive man right here. Massive statue of some person. I don't really know much about Chinese mythology. I mainly know stuff about Norse mythology because I'm really interested in that. And I know a bit about Greek mythology, but other than like Chinese and Egyptian mythology and any other type of mythology, I don't really know about. Okay, so out of 10, I would give this I'll give this world about a 6. So just a tiny bit higher than Skyrim, because this one and Skyrim were very close, but I just think this one just topped it just a tiny bit. So yeah, I give this world a 6 out of 10. Okay, alright, let's now move on to our 8th spot. At number 8, we have Steven Universe. So before this world was released, I didn't even know Steven Universe was a thing. And after this world was released, and after I checked it out, I actually watched like an episode of Steven Universe just to see what it was, and it was terrible. in my opinion, it was just bad. But that's just my opinion. So yeah, more about the world. That starting point with that massive statue is a bit weird, but it's better than nothing. And straight away, my favourite part about this world is this area, this city. Because like I said before, parts with cities and towns are my favourite parts of any mashup world. And this town absolutely nails it, because I really like it. Because even though this world is filled with a bunch of random stuff, like, you compare it to this town, which is so realistic and stuff. And I really like this town area. Definitely my favourite part. And you've also got like this little fun fair. No, sorry, not fun fair. Like little amusement centre place, whatever. Which is really nice. And then you got like a shopping mall and some other stuff over here. And then when it gets more to the north, like this area is where it gets weird. Like, I don't know anything about this. Like, I think they're supposed to be either rockets or like little lights. So one of the two. They just look a bit weird in my opinion. You got like a custom-made mesa biome with more of these holes and little light or rockets. I don't know. And then you come over here, and then you got and then there's a really weird build right here, where you have to do a bunch of like going upstairs and climbing and stuff, and it leads you all the way up here and actually gets you a music disc. So a massive journey for just a music disc. You got this massive snow mountain, which is definitely a custom build because you don't get snow mountains like that in a regular world. Oh, you got a little ring right here. Let's go for that. Whoosh. What else? You got, yeah, it's just got these really weird areas. Like, I don't even know what this is supposed to be. Like, it's just really weird. Like, it's weird to think that town area and builds like that and builds like this are in the same world. It's just weird. And you got like an upside down pyramid. Like, I don't. It's weird. So this world is just plain weird, in my opinion. The Nether in this build is actually really like crazy and big. I'm not going to show that because I've really got that much time, but you should check this world out yourself, because I'm kind of like skipping through everything, to be honest. I got like a pyramid there, a normal sand temple. You get lots of these like white platforms around the map, and I don't really know what they're supposed to be. But yeah, I've got no clue. I get this massive tower right there, and then it loops back around to this this town again. So out of 10, I give this world about 7.75. So not so higher than a 7.5 and a bit lower than an 8. So in between 7.75. Okay. Enough talking about this world. Let's now move on to number 7. At number 7 we have Greek mythology. The first ever the first ever mythology mashup world released, seen as Greek mythology is probably the most famous and well-known mythology out of any of them, and this is my second favourite mythology world out of all 4. This world is so nostalgic because it was one of the first released, and even though it was one of the first, it's still one of the greatest. One of the most notable parts of this world is this massive statue of this soldier. I'm pretty sure, I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is Ares, who is a Greek god. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong about that. And you got a massive theatre right there. You got this massive building. And oh yeah, there's also Atlantis over here. Let's see that. Where's Atlantis? I think it's in this sea right here. Yep, here we go. Here's Atlantis. What's really weird about this is about Atlantis, this build right here, is that it's literally the battle map Atlantis. Pretty much, it's not, but it's not like definitely, but it's really looks the same. I know, like, it's obviously the main theme of it, but it really looks the same. There's only a few things that show that it isn't it. You got, oh yeah, one of the most notable like Greek myths or something is to do with this horse, how it enters this town area. I don't really know much about, like I said, I don't really know much about Greek mythology. I only know about the main things. Here's Medusa right here. Hello, Medusa. I know about Medusa's story. I know that about Greek mythology. And then now let's move on to the most notable and greatest build out of the whole of this world. So that is right here, and this build is Mount Olympus, which is in Greek mythology, Mount Olympus was the home place of the gods and where they all lived. Mount Olympus is actually like a real mountain in Greece, and it's the largest mountain in Greece, but all of the buildings and stuff on it like this aren't actually there. But the mountain is real. And this is one of the biggest and greatest builds of any of the mashup worlds, because it's so like vast and huge and just outstanding, in my opinion. So yeah, I really like that. And then all around the map is just more cities and stuff, and then there's a massive boat in this direction. Yeah, here we go. So out of 10, I would give this world an 8, because it's great for a few reasons, and it deserves an 8 because it's great and it deserves an 8. That's great rhyming. God, I'm so cringy. Anyway, so it's great, and it's at number 8 because of mainly there's 3 builds in that deserve this spot, and that's the soldier of Ares, Mount Olympus, and this maze with the Minotaur statue and stuff. And there's also, if you complete the maze and go down, you actually end up in this maze, which is really nice. So yeah, those are the 3 things that really push this world up there. there's also like all these other cities and stuff which are really good, but not as good as the other spots that are yet to come. So let's talk about the next spot right now. So let's move on to number 6. At number 6 we have Little Big Planet. This was also one of the first few mashup worlds that were released, and it's arguably one of the greatest because of mainly because of how unique it is, because it's a world where you don't actually get around any way you want. You actually do it. You actually just go around through like minecarts and go to different levels, and in total there are 6 different levels. So there's this one. Let me just go around. So yeah, you got this level right here. I'm pretty sure this one is called Stitcher Manor. Really nice. All around the world also are these statues of the characters. So here's Sackboy. I don't know who that is. Sackgirl maybe? I don't know. There's another level right here. This is Boomtown. Really nice level. So yeah, that's 2 of the levels. There's another level all the way over here, which is like a jungle one. I think that one is called Patience or a Virtue. Yeah, right here. Kind of like a little obstacle course. That's really nice. So yeah, that's 3 of them. And then the other 3, here's one of them. This is Skate to Victory. So this one has like a massive castle. Really nice. Yeah, so that's Skate to Victory. This I don't know what this skin or what this character is from Little Big Planet. Is that like I think that may be to do with Day of the Dead. Like, I don't know what. Oh, I forget that. What's that to do with? But yeah, and then the other 2 levels are this one. I forget the name of this one. But it's really good. It's really nice though. And then there's this one, which I also forget the name of. So yeah, all the levels are great. There's none that are bad. And there's like 2 or 3 that are like really good. So yeah, out of 10, I would give this world. I would give this world about an 8.4 or 8.4. Yeah. So a bit, yeah. So a bit better than Greek mythology. Obviously not as good as the spot behind, in front of this, but still, yeah, very good. And what's really weird about this world is that it's built as if it's the world map, because if you saw the map when it showed up with number 6 and it said Little Big Planet, then you could see how the map is all of the area of land is built as in it's the world map, which is no other mashup world does that, which is really unique and quite weird, but it's not bad in any way. It's just how it is. So yeah, so enough talking about this one. So let's move on to number 5, but before we do, I have a couple of things to say before we move on to number 5. So that's the second third of the 15 maps done. So now we're moving into the into my top 5 favorite mashup worlds. And if you saw what I said in my announcements video, then I'll say it again now. That is that one of my top 5 favorite mashup worlds is gonna be the main theme of my next big Minecraft series. So it's one of the 5 that will come. That will be next. It won't be number 5. Well, it could be, but there's a 1 in 5 chance that it is. So it's unlikely, but you'll see. So in the next 5 maps, make sure you remember to note that they all have a chance of being the next theme of my next big Minecraft series. So now let's move on to number 5. At number 5, we have Halloween. So Halloween was one of the first mashup worlds released, and it still is absolutely brilliant up to this day, because like so 4J Studios definitely increases the value and like the amount of secrets and stuff of their mashup worlds. They've done that over the years, but this one, even if they released it today, I'd still be surprised about how good it is. I wouldn't be disappointed by its lack of anything, because it doesn't lack anything. It's great. So all around the world are different things linked to Halloween, and and like the Festive one, it has this massive minecart trail going all around the world. But this minecart one is 10 times as good, because it has like through the minecart trail, it has lots of like Halloween secrets and stuff, which is really nice. There's a few builds in this world that are most notable, and which is why it's this high in the spot. And one of them is this massive building right here. It's absolutely extravagant. Yes, I don't know whose house it would be. I don't know whose house this would be. Probably like Dracula's or something. I don't really know. So that's really nice. What's really unique about this world is that the sky's orange, which I actually think it would have been better if it was a lot lighter, like a lot lighter orange. And I don't really like the sky of this world, which is why it's kind of like a bit lower than the rest, but it's still better than nothing. I really like this area because of like it's like I said before, I like towns and cities, so that's really nice. Also one of my favourite, if not my, actually it's probably my favourite part about the whole world, is this mansion. Because in this mansion there's actually lots of like clues and stuff and puzzles to get into that little basement section underneath. So that's why this mansion is my favourite thing in the world. Yeah, other than that, I don't think there's anything else to say about the world. Actually, I will say that this whole roller coaster section is absolutely great. I've seen people build roller coasters in this game, but nobody tops this roller coaster, and they've never done like a roller coaster like this in any other mashup world, and I think they should have, because this is great. It looks great, and it's really great when you ride it. So yeah, out of 10, I would give this map. I give this world. I give it about an 8.6. Because it like I said, its builds are absolutely great. There's a few things which let it down, which are the sky, like I said. And I feel like they could have done a few, like 2 or 3 more things with the world, because there's a lot of open gaps of just grassland and mountains and stuff. So they could have added a bit more, but it's still fine how it is. It's still like top 5, which is great. So yeah, let's now move on to our 4th. At number 4, we have Pirates of the Caribbean. Now, the top 4 worlds are definitely a lot better than the previous ones, because the top 4 worlds are just so great. And you can definitely say that for this world, because it's so good. So I've never actually seen a single Pirates of the Caribbean movie. But I've considered it, because I absolutely love the theme of like pirates and ships and stuff like that. So I'm surprised I've not actually seen anything to do with Pirates of the Caribbean, but I'll probably watch it one day. So the builds in this world are just extravagant and crazy great. So the ships all around the world are built perfectly. I don't think they could have built these ships any better because they're just so good. Like with the ships themselves, with all the wood and the patterns and the sails, and everything is great. And there's lots of like hidden secrets in the world which are really hard to find, which are really nice. There's one of the reasons why this world can be weird and why it's only at number 4 is because of this. Like it's about, I'd say this is about 20 or 30 pirate ships still stacked upon one another, and I don't know why. I don't know if this is in the films, but if it is, I want to know why, because I don't understand. It's still alright. It's not like it's bad. It's just it's not bad. It's just weird. This is really nice. This build right here, where you got the Kraken about to eat this massive this ship, and there's actually a nether portal inside the Kraken which you can go through, which leads you to the Kraken's stomach. And there's a whole bunch of like pirate ships there which have been eaten and stuff, which is really nice. This area is really cool. So yeah, this is really nice. Yeah, I don't. Once again, I don't really know anything about that. I don't understand this at all. Why does this a ship on sand? But it's still cool. It's not bad in any way. Moving on. This little area right here is really nice. It's kind of like a little fishing town. Yeah, so that's really cool. There's another massive ship right here, which is nice. All the like I said, all the ships in this world are great. And there's also this town area over here, which is nice. And there's also the final thing that I want to I need to show, and that's this area. So also I'll quickly show underneath here. So they got this. It's kind of like a ship graveyard right here, which is kind of neat. But it's this island right here, which is one of my favourite parts of the whole world, because you can go. So you go through here, you go through the cave, and then it leads you to this massive cave full of gold. Now I did see a bit of research on this, and I'm pretty sure in the films that apparently this gold is cursed, and if anyone who gets it will get cursed. I'm pretty sure I saw somewhere, so yeah, just a little thing for me to say there. So yeah, out of 10, this world deserves a 9.3. Yeah, this world deserves a 9.3 because it's just so extravagant, and like I said before, the ships in this world are just crazy great. Like, look at that design, man. It's great. It's great. And also this prison is really cool as well. You've got all the cages and stuff. So okay, let's now move on to number 3. At number 3 we have Toy Story. Now, Toy Story is one of my favourite, if not my favourite movie franchise ever made, because Toy Story is nostalgic, it's incredible, its storytelling is brilliant, its ideas are terrific. It's just, anybody who doesn't like Toy Story is a weirdo. Anyway, more about the world specifically. So in the world are all of the main locations of the 4 films. So you've got Sid's house, you've got Bonnie's house, and then Annie's old and new house. What's really neat is that in Toy Story 1, there's a link how you got the Christmas lights which Woody threw across to get to the house but ended up failing. What else? So yeah, I haven't got enough time to show this entire world. I've only shown the big outside portions because this world is packed with so many stuff, You got Sunnyside Daycare right here. You got the Dynaco petrol garage, and you got the Pizza Planet truck. And you've got Pizza Planet, the massive pizza restaurant place with all the space theme stuff. And then inside this is great. Look at this. And one of my most favourite things about this whole world is that villagers are the green aliens, and they're all inside the claw machine in Toy Story 1. Yeah, so that's really nice. Okay, that was mainly to do with Toy Story 1. We got Al's Toy Barn right here from Toy Story 2. Really nice build, and there's something inside of Al's Toy Barn which is really, really unique, and it depends if I actually find it. Oh yeah, here's the Barbie aisle from Toy Story 2. I think there's also a Buzz Lightyear aisle somewhere here. Where is it? Is it here? No. Yeah, it's here. Here we go. So yeah, this is the Buzz Lightyear aisle. Anyway, moving on. This is the outside of Sunnyside, the little play area, which is really nice. And this is a full like reminiscent of the film, and even like the sandbox here, like it's really. Oh god. Toy Story 3 is, in my opinion, the best Toy Story. That's my opinion. Like, I think Toy Story 3 is the best. Toy Story 1 is second best. Toy Story 2 is third best, and then Toy Story 4 is the worst. But I'm not saying Toy Story 4 is bad. All Toy Stories are brilliant. So yeah. Here's the landfill from Toy Story 3. With the claw. That's really nice. And then you've got the massive apartment building from Toy Story 2, which is where Owl stayed. And there's actually an apartment room right here. Yeah. So this is Owl's room from Toy Story 2. And you've got all like the Woody merchandise from the Woody's Roundup show. You've got the 4 glass opening things that were here. So you had one for Stinky Pete, one for Woody, one for Jessie, and one for Bullseye. And Bullseye's already in there. Hello, Bullseye. And then yeah, like the cheese puffs all over the floor, which Bullseye kept licking and stepping on them in the film, which was really nice. And then these like 2 areas, the carnival and the antique store on the right, if it will load in. Yeah, right there. And these are from Toy Story 4. So yeah, so this whole area is really cool. How you have like the massive fair. So yeah, that's really nice. And then the antique store. And the antique store is really, it's probably the biggest thing in the whole world, and the thing that is filled with the most design. It's really nice, and filled with so many tiny things that like 4J Studios didn't need to include, but they did. So yeah, that's really nice. Out of 10, I give this map like a 9.6. I'd say I give it a 9.6. Because it's just so good. It's brilliant. It's incredible. So yeah, that's what I give this world. All right, so now let's move on to number 2. At number 2, we have Norse Mythology, the final mythology world on this list out of the 4 we've spoken about. So, I'm just going to say straight away that this world is absolutely beautiful and incredible and inspiring. Norse Mythology I'm really interested in, and I really like Norse Mythology as a whole. And the way that Norse mythology is presented in this world is incredible, because there's lots of like story elements linked with Norse mythology that works in this world. So for example, during Ragnarok, which is basically the battle at the end of the world, you have Thor, who's the god of lightning and thunder. He fights Jormungand, which is this massive serpent, uh, um, that lives in the sea, and Jormungand is one of the sons of one of the children of Loki, and Loki had 3 children. And Thor and Jormungand fight each other, and they both die because even though Thor manages to kill Jormungand, the venom of Jormungand actually kills Thor. But anyway, that doesn't matter. So right here is Yggdrasil, which is the tree of life basically in Norse mythology, and on top of Yggdrasil stands Asgard, which is the home of the gods basically. Pretty much Norse mythology's version of Mount Olympus, which is to do with Greek mythology. So you got another realm right here. I forget the names of the realms sometimes, except from ones like Asgard. But I know this realm is, I don't know the name of it, but it's the realm of the Light Elves. There's another realm here. This is Jotunheim, which is land of the giants. And there's also this area of Jotunheim, which is to do with frost giants. Right here is another one of the realms. I forget the name of it, but it's this realm is to do with darkness and cold and stuff like that. Down here, at the bottom of Yggdrasil, the bottom of the tree, is the underworld, which is Helheim. And the leader of Helheim is a woman named Hel, who is also one of the children of Loki. So the three children of Loki are Hel, Jormungand, and Fenrir. And Fenrir is the god of wolves, basically. And Fenrir, the story of Fenrir, the binding of Fenrir, is, in my opinion, one of the greatest stories of Norse mythology, in my opinion. So yeah, I really like that story. And then you've got Midgard, which is here's an area of Midgard, and Midgard is basically underneath Asgard, and Midgard is the land of the humans. So this is the main area of Midgard, and then over here we have the realm of the dark elves, and also like the regular elves. We have, I forget the name of this realm. So you got a realm here, but you've also got another realm down here, and this is the realm of the normal elves. And prepare to have your minds blown, because this area is one of the greatest builds of any part of any of the mashup worlds, and this is Nidavellir. Look at this. This is what you call pure beauty. This cave is filled with so much like light of like these glowstone blocks and the glass and the lava, and just everything is great. And it's really cool how they had like smoke clouds made out of cobwebs, which was a really nice design element of that. Okay, I think I've shown like the main parts of the world now. So, out of 10, I would give this world a 9.85, because, like I said, this world is absolutely beautiful, and I'm really interested in Norse mythology and all of the characters and stories intertwined with it. So yeah, but even though how great it is, it's not my favourite, because my favourite mashup pack world is my number one favourite Minecraft mashup pack world is Fallout. So I'm gonna be honest. I played Fallout 4, which was the first ever Fallout game I've ever played, and the only Fallout game I've ever played. I played that for a few hours, and I didn't like it. It wasn't the game for me. But this was way after this world came out, by the way. But this world is absolutely incredible. Once again, it's got this town area which like I said is my favourite parts of Mashup Worlds, and it's even all destroyed and stuff. It's great. One of my favourite parts of this world, probably my favourite part actually, and one of the best parts of any Mashup World is this, the Pride When airship, the blimp. Sorry, I think it's both, but whatever. And that's really nice. You've got this area right here with this massive crane. Also, another really great build I like in this world is this tower right here. I've used this for multiple stuff in the things I've used with that tower, and it's mainly to do with somebody robbing something from the tower. So that's just what I like, really. Got a church area right here. You got a mine shaft down there. You got another little area right here. I don't really like this area, to be honest, but so that's what weighs it down a tiny bit, but it's still better than nothing. Oh yeah, underneath the whole world is this massive subway system, which is really nice. And then you've also got another town area over here. So the reason why this world is at number 1 for me is because the way Fallout is presented in this world is absolute perfection, and it's just, I don't think it could be any better. And it's just great. I love it. I was very, very close of putting this as actually my second favourite and putting Norse Mythology as number 1, but the amount of ideas I've had from this world are crazy. I've had I'd say about 10 completely different story ideas from this world, and some of them are still being used today, and some of them have intertwined with each other and linked, and it's made me make some great stories. So yeah, so this world is definitely my favourite mashup world out of all 15. And also, if you saw in my announcements video that I said that the texture pack of what the inside of the TARDIS would be made out of would be of my favourite mashup world. So it's this. So the inside of the TARDIS will be made from the texture pack of the Fallout texture pack. So if you have any thoughts of what it could look like, you could tell me if you wanted. You could say in the comments, so that would be nice. So like I said, this is my personal ranking, so please don't give me any hate or anything, especially with the Skyrim one, because I know lots of people say that's their favourite. So I'm not going to waste any more of your time, guys. So if you like what you saw, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Click the bell for so you can get all notifications on all of the videos and streams that I do. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. So bye guys. Thank you for watching. Smiley face. And anything else that means happiness. Okay. Alright, bye guys.